I've got one question for you.
What are you doing?
How in God's name did you get up there?
Why does get my chair?
How did you get up there? And how on earth are you going to get down? I know how you're going to get down. Auntie's going to grab you and put you on the floor where you should be. It has been an interesting weekend. We got a lot of rain. And when I say a lot of rain, I mean a lot of rain. Parts of the island had some serious flooding. Right now we're just on the roadway and there's some troubling sights. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to get to the land. Now we're on the roadway here and this was flooded real bad. I could see the water flowing out quickly. Again, this needs to be cleared out so the water will flow better. But if you take a look, we've got water running very strong right here. So the water's flowing out of this piece of land, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot more as we get further down. I'm in a real quandary over whether I want to try and push the truck through this. Once I get through this spot, we'd be good. Down there, it doesn't look bad. That's why we have four-wheel drive. First thing I see, we got water in the branch. This is the farthest end of the second branch. So we've captured a great deal of water. Now, unfortunately, we've got standing water issues right here. That's not a good sign. There's standing water in a few places right here. That always leads to anaerobic conditions, which lead to death of what we want to grow. It's a bad sign. We're going to have to get in here and mulch the crap out of this. This over here doesn't look bad at all. There's no standing water. Although that sunflower there, that sunflower is starting to look a little bit sick. Right next to it, we've got this big beast of a sunflower that looks fantastic. I don't know, we've got a bunch of good looking sunflowers here. That one looking rough. Don't know what to think about that. I don't see standing water though. Not over here. These sunflowers do look good though. Hey, this little patch of alfalfa is still raging. It's beautiful. Man, I don't know what to say. I'm going to have to bury big, huge sections in wood chips and then move the wood chips after 6 months or a year so we can plant underneath it. Because, man, look at how good this stuff grows. Hey, the swale's got water in it. Here is our design. This is why we put these swales in. Capture this water. Otherwise, all this water would eventually be running down to that waterway right next to the road and out to sea. By trapping it here in this swale, we are keeping it in the ground where it can do us some good. Here's another one of those papayas we transplanted last week. It's perking right up. Papayas go through this horrible transplant shock, but normally they perk up and come back. Sometimes they just die, but most of the time they'll come back. And the earthworks are doing their job, capturing this rain, stopping the water from running off. Even on relatively flat ground like what we have, you saw how much water was going out to the street. Now our first branch looks beautiful. This is why we do everything we do here. Right here, I know two things. One, there is a ton of water underneath this system. I know that. The design is clear. There has to be a ton of water. All the water overflowing from that swale flows into this branch. Two, look at how good it looks. These things are doing beautifully. They're wonderful. Now, 3, look at what I can do. I can walk through here without getting all covered in mud. And that's a huge benefit, guys. That really is a big, huge benefit. I have developed a very bad habit of wearing slippers. I don't wear shoes. Almost never do I wear shoes. I wear flip-flops and sandals all the time. I have a pair of slippers I wear in the house, and I have slippers I wear outside the house. I never wear shoes though. Now on a day like this, that's not necessarily a good thing, because if all the mud is starting to collect on my slippers and my feet are getting muddy. But when I have this, look, I'm having no problems. My feet are dry standing on this thick mulch, and this thick mulch is benefiting all these bananas. I mean, look at how good this looks. These bananas here, they're beautiful. These over here, same thing, beautiful. We've got wonderful, healthy, good-looking bananas here. And we're standing, right now, I'm standing on probably 3 feet of organic matter. Right below my feet, there's 3 feet of organic matter. There's a 2-foot deep trench that the water flows through that's been filled with wood and grass clippings and everything else. And then there's another foot deep of wood chips and leaves piled on top of that. All that organic matter goes to take care of and feed all these bananas. And bananas take a lot more water than things like, say, papayas. So having these bananas in this system, they get more water than anything else. And that's a good thing, because they need more water than anything else. This is why we came out today. The guy that does the grass here, he knows I need the cuttings. So he called me this morning and said, hey, come get it. So we got a bunch of grass to get. That was way too close. And I mean way too close. That was a lot closer than I'd like to ever consider it to be. I mean, seriously, look at this. That's just not a good sign. Here's our issue. We got a load full of grass. This roadway is getting dangerous. For me, for the truck, we get stuck. It's a nightmare. All right, guys, we're done for now. We're gonna head home. I've got a bunch of paperwork to do. I've got to make some stops. I got to send some stuff back to the States. So I'm gonna get that stuff done. It's just too wet here. It rained all weekend. We had heavy, heavy rain Friday night into Saturday, Saturday night into Sunday. It didn't rain yesterday, during the day at least. We didn't get, so we haven't had that much time for it to dry out. It's gonna take a little while before we can get anything else done. That's it for now, guys. God bless.